Why do so many black women wear wigs? From my perspective as a wig-wearing BW, my hair has major shrinkage, meaning I would need to wash, blow dry and flat iron very dense long hair if I wanted to style it in a specific way. On top of that, it's very hot where I live, so it only lasts a day or two for me. I love natural hairstyles, but for my hair, I have to redo those styles every day, and detangle every day to do it. The kind of everyday manipulation doesn't help with length retention at all. It can cause carpal tunnel easily for me. The tension also give me migraines easily because my hair is so thick. Even the pineapple puff gives me headaches. So on the practicality side of wig wearing, when my hair isn't in twists, it will be cornrowed under a wig. However, speaking about the shaving aspect, it's a lot of work to maintain our hair, as you can see. I cut off all my hair last year because the stress of keeping it done got so bad. I just let it lock up. Shaving your hair for a wig isn't common in my experience, but I can see how it would be best if you've gotten to a breaking point like I did. Hair can be very important to someone's identity, just as easy as it can be just hair. Not to mention the world of creativity that opens up when you can experiment with your imagination on a wig with no risk to yourself. From the wig videos I've come across, the shaved head you're seeing is actually a wig cap covered with makeup while cornrows are underneath, or in some instances a case of alopecia. African hair can take a very long time to style, and putting on a cap and a wig can just save a lot of time. Source: my wife. There are actually a lot of reasons. It takes a lot of time and care to keep it looking nice. A lot more time, maintenance, and research than you might think. Sometimes companies and people will find our natural unprofessional. Sometimes it's to protect our natural hair while it grows longer. Other times just because it's easier to maintain. People also might just like being able to swap between different wigs. I wear my hair naturally, and while my sister may opt for synthetic twists, just depends on what the person can comfortably do. It's a lot of work, man. I'm not into wigs, but I honestly wish I was. The time it takes to do my hair is ridiculous. I have to mentally prepare myself for it. The hair care routine is no joke. The hair texture makes it difficult to style in water. Sweat and general humidity will reset it. Wigs can also be used to protect the hair, as it can be prone to breakage. Edit. Also, most people in the West prefer straight hair, and until recently, natural black hair was considered unruly in professional settings. All these reasons about hair care and discrimination are valid, but also the heavy focus on wigs comes from the fact that they're just fun. You can instantly have any hairstyle and color you want. A really informative John Oliver video on the subject. Their head is not shaved, usually, but it looks like it at a glance because wig caps can give that look, especially if it's skin tone. Color. Disclaimer: I'm white, but here are the main two reasons I was told. 1. Natural black hair is seen as unprofessional, and just years and years of racism and ignorance about black hair. 2. It's faster. I'm not black myself, but sometimes I find myself watching black ladies' wash day routines or hairstyling videos, and I'm just in awe every time. To wash, dry, and style my white girl pixie cut takes like half an hour at a maximum. The exact same process for a black woman can be an entire day's work, or however long it takes to install a wig. I imagine wigs are so common because who has 12 hours to do their hair? And even if you have the time, who has the patience? Absolutely not me. The half hour I have to spend is already enough to drain me. Black women with natural hair deserve a medal or something, honestly. Just a funny story. I work in fast food and was good friends with my opening manager. One day she had the cutest short hair. The next she had beautiful, in every way, shoulder-length hair. I said, "Your hair is so pretty." She told me it was a wig. I asked if she paid for it. She said yeah. I told her, "Then it's your hair." She laughed and almost cried at the same time. Black hair breaks extremely easily. Keeping it short and wearing a wig can give you the look you want without a bunch of costly maintenance. My friend, because my hair is a pain and a wig is easier. Quote. I'm going to go against the grain with some of these comments. I don't think black hair is harder to manage, just different to manage. I think a big part of wigs is to assimilate. Of course it can be easy to throw on a wig too or want a new style. But our ancestors relaxed their hair to fit into corporate America, and therefore when we finally started wearing our natural hair, we didn't know what to do with it, and a lot still don't. Unfortunately, I wear my afro every day. I fluff it out and maybe throw in some moisturizer and boom, done. A wig would not be easier, but of course my hair still isn't seen as professional, so that's where throwing on a wig would be easier if I had to attempt a style rather than just wearing my hair the way it grows out of my scalp. But as a black woman, I still don't meet that many black women who wears wigs. It's not as common as you see in the media. What this guy said, and there's still a big problem with natural black hairstyles being accepted in the world, especially in the US. It's better to just have straight hair because that is what society pushes to be acceptable. It was only the last couple of years that in some states it's now accepted for black women to wear their hair in a natural state. Gotta love racism and ignorance. Wigs are popular now. A lot of white women do, too. Many women have hair that tangles easily. The solutions are to straighten it or braid it to keep it from tangling. Straightening it can be challenging because chemicals in straightening treatments may or may not be hazardous. Many people say the chemicals are definitely hazardous. Thus, black women can use heat to straighten the hair. If the hair gets wet, it will not stay straight. Even humidity can foil a black woman's plans to have straight hair. Thus, a safe option is braiding the hair. When the hair is braided, it tends to stay put. Women like to have certain hairstyles for certain looks and events. So a black woman may not want to wear braids to every event, like graduation or prom. Black women may want to look like their favorite celebrity. Thus the wigs and extensions enter the chat. I have a cousin who shaves her hair very short to wear her wigs, and I think that is actually the smartest way to go. Braiding through the tangle-prone hair is time-consuming. When the hair is short, it can be washed, dried, and kept low enough to wear the wig with a minimum time commitment. Time is important because black women are very hardworking and usually go to school, work, and participate in a multitude of other activities. So cutting the hair short grants the wearer more time. I can't speak for everyone, but I like to wear wigs in the winter seasons and keep my hair braided over the summer. I like wigs because I have sensitive skin and I can't really do any long-term styling options, because those typically use a lot of strong chemicals. I think Good Hair is a pretty good documentary about hair, too, although it focuses a lot on hair relaxer chemicals. I think there's some kind of class action suit with hair relaxers right now, too. I'm not sure. It can be dangerous altering your natural hair. Bring on the wigs. I know this question was addressed to why so many black women wear wigs, but just wanted to enlighten that several nationalities wear wigs. News anchors, politicians, regular population. You just can't tell. I can. But it is very common these days to wear wigs. It's a great alternate way of expressing your hairstyle unapologetically. They have such a huge variety of options for anyone, including men.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.